look effortless. Send this guy to the stripe, he's going to cash in more than not.
To the middle, and stolen by Oakley. And now for some info on this matchup, let's go across the court to our sideline reporter, David Alden.
Thanks, guys. Now, there are unique differences between these teams, of course. Boston has a huge size advantage, but they like to get on the run. Chicago is a quicker team, but they like to slow it down and set things up. Another unique aspect to the matchup, the Celtics may be bigger, but during the regular season, it was the Bulls who had the offensive rebounding edge. Back to you guys.
Thank you, David. Certainly Bulls rookie Charles Oakley, Mike, has something to do with their stellar work on the rebounding.
A strong finish for the 9th pick in the draft. Oakley came from Virginia Union. Now, a year later, he's playing in Boston in the NBA playoffs.
He's got presence, though, doesn't he, Mike, on the floor?
And he can back it up with that body.
And Clark, here's something that no team has been able to do. Slow down the Celtics front court.
Well, there's just so much talent, actually too much talent at every position to be able to plug all the holes. They hurt you at both ends of the floor, too. Bird, Mikal, Parrish, all elite players.
I think someday all three will be in the Hall of Fame.
I wouldn't be surprised if that's the case.
Clever pass by Macy. He spots a guy ready to score and makes sure he gets the ball.
Macy against Ames on the wing. Johnson kicks to Bird. McHale setting the pick for Bird. Shot clock at 5. McHale.
There. McHale knowing exactly how to run the pick and roll. And you look at this Chicago team, and they aren't your typical 8 seed.
You know, Mike, they didn't have Jordan for much of the season. A fearless, confident, aggressive group that can hang with anybody when they're on their game. But himself.
And there are the Celtics with another basket.
Really good work from the mid-range there. When the defense gives Ainge this shot, he'll take it.
He's not as healthy as we thought.
And it's Bird with the jam.
Can't afford to let Bird run all over you. Got to stop him earlier on the break.
2 points on the lane.
Getting aggressive and creating a second chance opportunity. Exactly what coaches want to see.
So it's the Celtics now. Johnson draws the double. Bird looking it over. McHale setting the pick. 6. They get a hand on it. Parrish buries it down low.
And the Bulls unable to stay with the Celtics in game 1. It was within reach until the 4th quarter, but fell 123 to 104.
And, you know, it really came down to the experience of the Celtics. That was a huge advantage for them. This is a group of championship players, and they had one of the best regular seasons ever as well.
And he comes up with the deuce. Jordan's got 6.
We've seen this from Jordan before. He lurks around the offensive glass.
Celtics leading by 5. Ames the pass to McHale. To the left side wing. And Johnson now top of the key. Parrish dishes to Johnson. The Celtics need to get a shot off. Rebounded by Corzine. Bulls trail by 5. It's 9 seconds separating the shot clock and game clock. Macy, no luck. And so it's Johnson who brings the ball up for the Celtics. A wide open look for Bird. Another shot. McHale kicks to Ainge. Bird against Gervin. And it's Bird missing.
Got some space in the mid-range, but wasn't able to convert. Still, not a bad chance for him.
Boy, at the offensive end, his game is so impressive. I mean, he's a threat every time up the floor.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. It's the Celtics up by 3. And don't go away. We'll be back momentarily. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter in this round 1 matchup between the Chicago Bulls and the Boston Celtics. Here's Paxson.
And the plan for the Bulls this series is to try and slow things down. The Celtics want to get into an up-and-down game. Makes sense with all the weapons they have.
On the court right now, second quarter for the Bulls. John Paxson is out there with Jordan. And it's Green, then it's Oakley, and it's Banks in at the small forward. And a great job to get that angle on a tremendous drive.
And I love the way he played downhill on that drive. Love the attack mentality in a close game.
Ainge, the pass to Bird. Jordan against Ainge. Pass to McHale. Doesn't go for him. And it's Chicago the other way. And the slower the game gets, Clark, the more beneficial that is for the Bulls.
And, you know, that's not easy with all the great passes the Celtics have. The Bulls need to make sure they get back in transition because the Celtics are looking to push it every chance they get.
Pushing that pace, you're right. Here's Ainge after the made shot from Michael Jordan. Here's Bird. That's good, and it's his fourth basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Another lead change. Back and forth we go as neither team willing to back down after a bucket.
And no matter which side you are cheering for, these are the games you love. Both teams fighting every step of the way.
Now here's Jordan. He's got 12. And the pass to Green. 5 on the clock. Paxson outside. Up top Jordan. Shoots over Ainge. Rebound by the Celtics.
And during the season, Boston took 5 of the 6 meetings. But Boston was beating just about everyone at that rate.
The Bulls trailing. Here's Jordan. No good that time. McHale with some nice D. Bird outside. Passes it to Ainge. Back to Bird. Over Paxson. Bird with the bucket. Bird's got 10 points in the game. And only one of those meetings between Boston and Chicago, Clark, featured the Bulls at full strength.
You know, Jordan only played the Celtics once in the regular season, Kevin. It was his 4th game back from injury. We're seeing how different those matchups could have gone had he been healthy.
It's a solid observation. And the Celtics making a change here. Edmonds checked in. Both free throws good from Paxson.
For this team, John Paxson is a guy you can rely on. Runs the offense well, can shoot it as well, and pretty solid defensively, too.
Now, here's Bird. He's got 10. Passes it to Walton. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul.
First personal foul.
It's going to go on Charles Oakley.
You know, we all know about the Boston home court advantage. They won 40 games here during the regular season. A dominating home court advantage for the Celtics this year.
And, Mike, the Celtics, as you said, so dominant at home.
And that home record has everyone in the East nervous about playing them. The Celtics can make the most out of a home court advantage. Hard to see anybody taking many games here.
And now, let's head over to David Aldridge.
Thank you, Kevin. Both teams have made veteran acquisitions to bolster their rotations. For the Bulls, it's the Iceman, George Gervin. He'll be 34 a week from today. It's his 14th season after playing in San Antonio most of his career. The 7th all-time leading scorer with more than 26,000 points. His all-time playoff scoring average is right behind Jerry West. It's a pretty good scoring punch. Back to you.
Well said. It is indeed. Thanks, D.A. George Gervin shot 47% this season, Clark, the lowest of his career. But that's because he had fewer opportunities. But you and I know he can still fill it up.
There is no denying that, Kevin. He's been a tremendous scorer throughout his career, one of the very best. And we know George Gervin can finger roll.
Well said. And as we expected, Mike Fratello, the Celtics front court has been a problem for Chicago.
And this is something the Bulls won't ever have an answer to. I mean, the whole Eastern Conference didn't have an answer for Bird, McHale, and Parrish.
3 future Hall of Famers in some people's eyes. Here's what Boston's going with right now. Parrish comes in for Walton. And Dennis Johnson's subbed in for Seasting. And the first time out of the game called for Chicago. And so here is Chicago, trailing by 2. You look at the numbers for Larry Bird this season, Mike, 25, 10, and 7. I mean, numbers that he's put up for several seasons in a row now.
Bird has defined what the small forward position is all. Came off that pedestal.
And coming from you, that's high praise. And Jordan and Bird, Mike, both putting up numbers for their sides in this one so far.
And you could argue they're the two biggest stars in this series. Jordan may be young, but he's already shown to be up to the task of matching Bird.
It has been a great matchup so far. Here's Mason following the basket by Larry Bird. And Mason kicks to Jordan. And he banks in the layup. Jordan's got 6 points in the quarter.
You know, this is why Jordan is such an effective scorer. Picks his spots really well inside.
Johnson surveying the floor. Parrish with the screen on Corzine. Shoots from 12. Rebounded by Corzine. Bulls trail by 4. Here's Jordan. Durbin passes to Jordan.